The Young and the Restless Spoilers Shock. Welcome back to the channel, besties. Today is a beautifully chaotic Tuesday, and the sun might be shining outside, but in Genoa City, the storm clouds have officially gathered, and the apocalypse is upon us. Grab your emotional support iced coffees and brace yourselves, because we are diving deep into the absolute madness today. Let's get right into the drama. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing right now. I am literally shaking. I am hyperventilating, and I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of what I just witnessed. I am filming this while I'm running errands. I legit just abandoned my shopping cart in the middle of Target, knocked over a display of decorative throw pillows, and I don't even care because I had to jump on here and vent. We need to talk about this now. If you thought the Newman family was a mess before, you have absolutely no idea what level of absolute world-ending cinematic mayhem we have just unlocked. I am personally attacked, I am unwell, and my soul has actually left my body. Send help. We are not just watching a show anymore, besties. We are invested. This is my entire personality now. I am staring into the void, and the void is staring back with Victor Newman's creepy little mustache. It's giving major, I cannot even energy, and I am spilling all the tea right now because I cannot carry this heavy emotional burden alone. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step. Okay, let's rewind because my brain is mush and I need to set the scene before I completely spontaneously combust. Remember how Nikki has been suffering from those blinding, terrifying headaches? Like, genuinely, the poor woman thought she was actively dying. The pain was so intense she was basically in a constant state of panic, totally vulnerable and desperate for help. And Victor, who is officially on my do not perceive list, I am so done with him. He is canceled. He is overplayed. The doting, loving husband. He was rubbing her back, acting all concerned, and he straight up gaslit her into signing this so-called medical power of attorney. But guess what? It was a massive, disgusting legal trap to transfer all her personal Newman Enterprises shares into a trust that he completely controls. Did I say that yet? My brain is mush moving on, but honestly, the vibes were so sinister. He was heavily sedating her, basically keeping her in a drug-induced fog while he rapidly liquidated her assets. I literally had to yeet my phone across the room when I realized what he was doing. He is looting her estate before she even takes her last breath. Bestie, be for real, right now. Who does that? Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but did you guys notice the lighting in the Newman Ranch during these scenes? It was so dark and moody, like a literal gothic horror movie. There was this one lamp in the background that was flickering, and it was giving me major haunted mansion vibes, which honestly perfectly matches the absolute demonic energy Victor is radiating right now. Wait, someone in the aisle is staring at me. Let them look. They need to know about the injustices happening to Nikki Newman. Anyway, snapping back to the main tea, Nikki finally woke up. The Queen snapped out of her sedative haze, pushed through the drug-induced fog, and the realization hit her like a 10-ton freight train. She looked at Victor and finally, genuinely, saw him for the absolute devil that he is. It took her long enough, but we are living for this awakening. She realizes that this man doesn't love her. He is a monster who is actively trying to destroy her and steal everything she has built. I was mid-skincare when this scene happened and smeared charcoal mask all over my expensive white rug because I gasped so hard. And then the confrontation. I'm literally hyperventilating right now, just thinking about the sheer cinematic tension. Nikki stands up, looking like an absolute icon, a legend, a star, despite being drugged for weeks, and she tells him she wants out. She wants a divorce. She is done with the Newman family, done with the lies, done with the toxic wasteland that is their marriage. We have seen them break up and get back together a million times, but besties, this time is different. You can feel it in your bones. And then, which is honestly so unhinged, she takes off her wedding ring. Besties. She didn't just slide it off. She took it off and literally handed it back to him. The sheer power of that moment, she made sure he felt the weight of that rejection. And she looks this billionaire supervillain dead in his cold, calculating eyes and says, "We will meet in court." The chills. I screamed into my pillow. I am genuinely unwell. The absolute bravery to look Victor Newman in the face and declare legal war. I am spiraling over her choices, but I'm also bowing down to the Queen. But wait, it gets worse. Victor's reaction. This absolute sociopath puts his face in his hands and pretends to be sad. He acts like he's this heartbroken, devastated husband who is just losing the love of his life. I was screaming at the screen, like, "Sir, we know you. You are literally looting her estate while she's still breathing." The audacity to fake tears when you are the orchestrator of her demise is straight up psychotic. It's a high-octane psychological masterpiece of manipulation, and I am dissecting this tea with absolute cinematic mayhem because how dare he? He is sitting there, face in hands, acting like the ultimate victim, and I am losing my absolute mind. He deserves an Oscar for the delusion alone. My group chat was blowing up. Everyone was sending skull emojis because we see right through his little performance. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event, because here is the darkest, most terrifying part of the whole saga. Victor isn't just sad about the divorce. He isn't just mad about the money or the corporate shares. He wants her dead. Yes, you heard me. He wants Nikki Newman dead. The man is a literal devil. He has realized that a divorce means a messy legal battle. It means Victoria and Nick and everyone finding out about the forged medical power of attorney. It means his entire empire of lies could crumble into dust. So, in his twisted, dark, calculating brain, the only logical solution is that Nikki doesn't make it to court. I am calling it right now. The villain arc is about to go nuclear. He is plotting her actual demise, and I am straight up terrified for her safety. He's probably calculating the exact dosage of whatever sedative he's been giving her to make it look like an accident. And don't even get me started on the vibes of what this means for the rest of the family. Victoria was already getting highly suspicious of her father. She noticed the assets being liquidated. She knows something is deeply wrong with the trust and the medical documents. Can you imagine the absolute dumpster fire that is going to ignite when Victoria realizes her father is actually plotting to permanently eliminate her mother? It's going to be a bloodbath. Nick is going to lose his mind. Adam is going to somehow make it about himself, and Victoria is going to go to war. I am physically vibrating from the stress of it all. Like I genuinely need a week off work to process the gravity of these events. I am sending manic voice notes to my group chat at 4 a.m. because I cannot handle this alone. I legit feel like I am carrying the emotional weight of Genoa City on my shoulders. Let's just deep dive into Victor's psychology for a second because my brain is buffering from the sheer audacity. The man has always been about control. If he can't control Nikki, he destroys her. We've seen him do terrible things. We've seen him manipulate his kids, frame people, lock people up. But this drugging his wife, stealing her shares, and now secretly plotting her murder because she finally stood up to him and demanded a divorce. It's a whole new level of evil. I am manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update because there is no way Nikki makes it out of this without a massive, world-shattering fight. She told him they'd meet in court, but Victor Newman doesn't do court. He does eliminations. He makes people disappear. The stakes have never been this astronomical, and I am basically chewing off my fingernails waiting to see what his next move is. Wait, let's just picture this court case for a second. Can you imagine the absolute circus it's going to be? Nikki Newman walking in looking like $1 million, well, $1 billion if Victor hasn't completely drained her accounts yet, and laying out all the evidence of his manipulation, the forged medical power of attorney, the sedatives, the secret liquidations. It's going to be the trial of the century. But that's exactly why Victor is panicking. That's exactly why he wants her dead. He knows that if this goes to trial, his entire legacy is burned to the ground. His pristine, untouchable, billionaire image will be shattered. He'll be exposed as a fraud, a thief, and an abuser. And Victor Newman's ego is way too massive to ever let that happen. He would rather be a widower than a publicly humiliated divorcee. I'm literally hyperventilating just thinking about the lengths he will go to protect his pride. I keep replaying the moment she handed back the ring. The cinematic tension was astronomical. The way the camera zoomed in on the diamond, the heavy silence in the room before Victor did his little fake sad face grab. It was pure art, but also pure terror. I genuinely feel like I'm watching a true crime documentary unfold in real time. My grip on reality is slipping because I am so deep in the lore of this family. I legit cannot sleep because I'm just staring at my ceiling, wondering how Victor is going to try and pull this off. Will he tamper with her medication again? Will he hire someone to mess with her car? Will he trap her somewhere? Send help. My anxiety is through the roof. I am calling every lawyer in Genoa City in my head to see who is going to represent Nikki because she needs an army right now. Honestly, besties, this is the most insane world-ending tea we have ever been served on this show. We are not just casual viewers. We are in the trenches with Nikki. I am ready to go to war for this woman. If Victor lays one single finger on her, I am organizing a protest. I will fly to Genoa City myself and fight him. Okay, I need to go breathe into a paper bag now and finish my errands before I get kicked out of this store for yelling at my phone like an absolute lunatic. Stay tuned, because the chaos is literally just getting started, and I will be right here spiraling into existential tangents with all of you, manifesting survival for Nikki and a total downfall for Victor. We will survive this, but barely.